But as Joe Tillery would say, F it, we ball. January football is here, and Week 18 did not disappoint. From tight division races to clinched seeds, the regular season has officially ended and the postseason field is set. Welcome to Storm the Field NFL Playoff Edition, presented by Tree City Sports, your source for local sports. I'm McClure, and today we're breaking down Week 18's biggest games, the finalized playoff standings, and what to expect in Wild Card Weekend. This show is sponsored by Arrowhead Nutrition. Stop by there, get one of their wonderful energy teas or nutritional shakes today, like the Diversity, one of my absolute favorites. Week 18 was all about legacy, positioning, seeding, and statement performances. Here's how the final weekend of the regular season played out. The Denver Broncos beat the Los Angeles Chargers 19-3. Denver clinched the AFC's number one seed with a dominant defensive performance, allowing just 216 total yards. The win also secured them home field advantage throughout the playoffs and a first-round bye. The Jacksonville Jaguars defeated the Tennessee Titans 41-7. Jacksonville locked up the AFC South title and the number 3 seed in the playoffs, scoring touchdowns on 5 of their first 6 possessions. The Houston Texans beat the Indianapolis Colts 38-30. Houston secured the number 5 seed behind 6 field goals and a defensive touchdown, closing the regular season with a momentum win. The Buffalo Bills beat the New York Jets 35-10. Buffalo closed strong offensively to finish 12-5, securing the number 6 seed in the AFC. The Seattle Seahawks beat the San Francisco 49ers 13-3. and locked in the number 1 seed in the NFC, holding San Francisco under 250 total yards in a defensive showcase. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers edged out the Carolina Panthers 16-14. Carolina may have lost their season finale, but still claimed the NFC South title via tiebreakers, earning a home playoff game in the first round. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Baltimore Ravens 26-24. This game was one of the most exciting games of the year in the second half. It came down to the absolute wire. And you know Aaron Rodgers had to have been having a heart attack, sitting there watching the Ravens make their final drive, knowing he could do nothing but hope his defense could make a stop. And the Ravens drove down the field into field goal range and lined up for the game-winning field goal. But it all went south from there. What could have been a dream moment for rookie Tyler Loop turned into a nightmare as the rookie missed the field goal that would have sent the Ravens into the playoffs and claimed the division. Instead, that division title belonged to Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 18 showed us who could handle the pressure and who can't. And in the playoffs, that's everything. Here are the seedings for the playoffs. In the AFC, Denver claimed the number 1 spot with 14-3 record, getting the bye in the first round. The New England Patriots secured the 2nd spot at 14-3. The Jacksonville Jaguars finished 13-4 to claim the AFC South title and lock up the number 3 seed. The Pittsburgh Steelers, as I mentioned earlier, edged out the Baltimore Ravens to finish 10-7 and claim the AFC North title, along with the number 4 spot in the playoffs. The Houston Texans are the 5 seed, finishing at 12-5. The Buffalo Bills, it's weird to see them all the way down at number 6. They finished 12-5, but they are entering the playoffs as a wild card team. We'll see if they can make a run towards the Super Bowl. And the number 7th seed in the AFC belongs to the Los Angeles Chargers, who finished at 11-6 on the season. On to the NFC side. The Seattle Seahawks finished with the best record at 14-3, securing home field advantage throughout the playoffs and a first-round bye. The Chicago Bears snuck in at number 2 with an 11-6 record. The Philadelphia Eagles secured the number 3 seed at 11-6 as well. The Carolina Panthers secured their division and finished 8-9 to claim the number 4 seed. The number 5 seed belongs to the Los Angeles Rams, who finished 12-5. The San Francisco 49ers are the 6th seed, who also finished 12-5. And the Green Bay Packers snuck into the playoffs at 9-7-1. No easy paths, no soft matchups. The bracket is loaded. And the wildcard matchups for this weekend are: the Buffalo Bills will travel to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Buffalo heads to Jacksonville as a dangerous road team. The Jaguars have been dominant at home, but the Bills are battle-tested and capable of flipping a game with one drive. My keys to the game are going to be the Bills forcing turnovers. You have to win the turnover battle and make sure the ball stays in the hands of Josh Allen. The Jaguars have to control the tempo of the game if they want a shot at winning. They have to control the ball and not let the ball be in Josh Allen's hands. And red zone efficiency. You have to score when you get into the red zone. It is one of the most vital keys to winning any football game. The Los Angeles Chargers will travel to New England to face the Patriots. New England is on an incredible run. I think that they may be making a resurgence back to their old ways under Coach Mike Vrabel, and I think it was a perfect culture fit for that team and for Mike Vrabel himself. New England has been nearly unbeatable at home this season. The Chargers barely slipped into the playoffs and now face a Patriots team that thrives on mistakes. My keys to this game are going to be the Patriots' defensive discipline. If they can avoid making big mistakes, if they can avoid big penalties that cost their team and play a solid defensive game, they've got a very, very good chance at winning this one. The Chargers have to come out of the gate starting fast. They cannot get behind early and chase from behind the whole game. They need Justin Herbert to be on fire as soon as he walks out of that tunnel, and they need to put up points quickly and efficiently if they want to have a chance. And third down conversions for both teams. You have to be able to control the ball, and if you convert consistently on third down and are able to extend those drives, that keeps the ball in your quarterback's hands longer and gives you a better chance at winning the game. The Houston Texans will travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. After Aaron Rodgers barely made it into the playoffs, I don't think that he's going to want to go down quietly in this one. He wants to make a good run, so look for Pittsburgh to be motivated in this one. This one's physical. Pittsburgh won the division with defense and toughness, while Houston comes in hot with confidence and momentum. My keys to this game are the Steelers' front seven. They have to be able to protect Aaron Rodgers and let him do what he does best. The Texans' ball security. They cannot force themselves into situations where they're turning the ball over and giving the Pittsburgh Steelers a short field to work with. And fourth quarter execution. As we saw in the Steelers game against the Ravens, the Steelers and the Texans both have to be able to execute late in the game. We all know that Aaron Rodgers is proven in clutch time situations. Let's see if he can lead the Steelers on a magical playoff run. On the NFC side of the wild card weekend, we have Green Bay traveling to Chicago in what is always an exciting game. Historic rivalry, playoff stakes, and cold weather. You couldn't love it any more in a game between these two. Chicago wants a defensive game, and Green Bay wants pace and big plays. My keys to this game are going to be turnover margin. Whoever wins the turnover battle is going to win this game, period. The Bears have to be able to control the clock. They have to keep the ball on their side and keep it in Caleb Williams' hands. The Packers have to be able to handle the pressure, especially playing on the road in Soldier Field. We all know what a tough place that is to play, and they know it all too well. Let's see if the Packers can make a run and beat the Bears at home. The Los Angeles Rams will travel to Carolina to face the Panthers. Carolina earned a home game, but the Rams bring playoff experience and balance. This one could swing on one explosive play. My keys to this game are going to be the Rams' vertical passing. They have to be able to get the ball downfield to their receivers if they want a chance to win this game. The Panthers have to bring the home field energy, and with Cam Newton in attendance, we'll see if he can draw the crowd and ignite them to be the loudest they can be and affect the Rams on both sides of the ball. And the special teams impact. Whoever wins the special teams battle here will win this game. The San Francisco 49ers will travel to face the Philadelphia Eagles in the final wild card matchup of the weekend. This might be the absolute best matchup of the wild card weekend. And this very easily could have been a great NFC championship game, but lucky for us as fans, we get this in wild card weekend. Strength on strength, physical football. Whoever controls the trenches controls this game. My keys to this game are going to be the Eagles' run game. They have to get Saquon Barkley going early and often, and they have to keep the momentum and keep running the ball. They have to win up front and open up those running lanes early on in the game. The 49ers pass rush has to get there. When they don't run the ball, when they run the play action, San Francisco has to be able to be right there and have defensive pressure on Jalen Hurts. And late game decision making. This game is going to come down to the wire, so whichever coach can handle the pressure in clutch moments will be the one who walks away with the victory. Playoff football isn't about stats, it's about moments. Let's see what players will be able to make moments that last a lifetime. The biggest X factors for wildcard weekend is going to be quarterback composure. Whatever quarterbacks can stay cool in the pocket and deliver in the passing game and also be able to set up the run game effectively will win this weekend. And turnover margin. In every single game, whoever controls the turnovers will control the game. If you can force turnovers and take advantage of those forced turnovers, it can only help you when it comes to the playoffs. And special teams execution. It doesn't matter what team you're on, you have to be able to execute. Whether that be kick returns, punt returns, field goals, whatever. Special teams has to be solid through and through if your team wants a chance to win in the playoffs. And it's time for my picks for Wild Card Weekend. I'm predicting that Buffalo will go into Jacksonville and pull off the road upset. It's not much of an upset because both teams are phenomenal. Jacksonville is absolutely incredible at home this season, but Buffalo is a proven winner and will be able to come out with the victory. And you have the Los Angeles Chargers at the New England Patriots. In this one, I think the Patriots are going to be able to control their home turf and come out with the victory. Houston Texans being on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going with Pittsburgh on this one. I just don't think that Aaron Rodgers is going out in Wild Card Weekend. The Rams, who are on the road to take on Carolina, I think they're going to be able to pull the road upset and they're going to get the win. The Green Bay Packers travel to Soldier Field to take on the Chicago Bears. What a historic game. Two great teams who have a chance to make a legitimate run this season. This one was really, really hard to decide on who I think's going to win because part of me wants to say Green Bay's going to win this game. You know me, my man Jordy Nelson played for the Packers, was a big part of that franchise. But I think the Bears will be able to defend their home turf and come out with the win. I'm sorry, Parker. It hurts me to say it too, but I think the Bears get the win in this one. And the San Francisco 49ers being on the road in Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. This one is hard to say because Philadelphia and San Francisco are both teams that my Kansas City Chiefs have played in Super Bowls in recent memory. It's like, who do you root against, right? But we'll say this. This one is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a close game, hard-fought game by both teams. But the Eagles are going to find a way and pull out the victory. And it's going to be the best matchup of the weekend. Although there could be some surprises in that department. And just kind of wrapping up here, this year is going to be incredibly interesting, and I'm going to be watching these matchups very closely and deciding who to root for. Let me know who you're rooting for to make it to and win the Super Bowl this year. And again, as Chiefs fans, it's weird to think of a playoff without our beloved Kansas City Chiefs even being in the playoffs, let alone not having home field advantage or not being a wild card team. But to be fair, we have been pretty spoiled. We are very thankful for the great run that we have had the last 9 years. It feels weird at this point. I know how Patriots fans felt after their fall from the top. We will get back to the Super Bowl. I will say that. And without the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, it's hard to decide who to root for. But as Joe Tillery would say, F it, we ball. Week 18 set the tone, but the playoffs define legacies. This is Storm the Field presented by Tree City Sports, your source for local sports. I'm CJ McClure breaking down the road to the Super Bowl with you. Until next time, y'all take care now. But as Joe Tillery would say, F it, we ball.